When someone asks you who the greatest athlete in the world is, what's the usual answer, right? Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Phelps, Tiger Woods. Um, for me, I always answer with Dak Prescott, right? And it seems crazy for the football fans to hear Dak Prescott and greatest athlete of all time in the same sentence because, you know, he's just not, right? But I feel like being an athlete is more than just what's on the field. Um, so that is why today I'm going to argue that Dak Prescott, despite his fame as a quarterback, deserves more recognition for his leadership, resilience, and community involvement. So why am I talking about Dak Prescott? Well, I think it's very important to understand Dak's contributions to this world go way beyond the football field, and that he helps the community in so many ways. And that's why I'm here to talk about that. So today we're going to talk about Dak's personal achievements on the field. We're going to cover his personal resilience, what he's gone through in his life, and we're going to cover his community work that he's done to support the multiple communities that he's a part of, right? So first, let's talk about his personal achievements. Well, according to Pro Football Focus, a trusted football analysis software, they rank Dak Prescott at the top of not only quarterbacks, but all players in the NFL in general. So that goes for this year. Dak had some troubles last year with injuries and throwing interceptions, so he was kind of like the butt of everyone's joke this offseason, along with the Cowboys. But this year, he's on a completely different level. I mean, these stats and just so many other like QBR, QB rating, he's just miles ahead of even second place. I think the gap between him and second place is like 3 or 4 points. Like, it's not even close, right? So although he was kind of the butt of the joke this offseason, he's had a phenomenal performance on the field this year. And, many people don't realize that just because he's had some bad years. So now that we've addressed his personal achievements on the field, I think it's more important that we talk about my second main point, which is about his personal resilience off the field and the challenges that he's overcame as a person. Dak Prescott talks about his mom, talks about how much of an amazing person she is, and how she was such a supportive person to him at a young age. He lost her to colon cancer pretty recently. He lost his father his father went to prison for maybe life, while he was also very young. So he had a single mom who died of colon cancer. He has an older brother who actually ended up committing suicide. So it's just, it's very difficult, overcoming very severe things like that in your life, right? So in a recent interview published by a well-known People's magazine, Dak Prescott encourages all listeners to get regularly treated for colon cancer due to losing his mom not too long ago. I mean, that's not something people think about too often. He's lost someone, he knows the pain, and he kind of uses his platform to encourage people to get tested for these things so they don't have to go through the same thing he did. And that brings me straight into my third point, which is going to be Dak's community involvement. The amount of Dak's community involvement is kind of overshadowed by the hate that the Cowboys get from the media. Dak won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award last year, meaning that his community involvement and charitable attributes were just one level ahead of pretty much every player in the NFL. And it kind of goes unseen. Even at his own Walter Payton, like when he was receiving the award for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, the crowd actually booed him. He's sitting up there alone. Pretty much his entire family has passed away or in prison, and he's taking this award for helping his community, and people are booing him. One of the main reasons for this award was his foundation that he created called Faith, Fight, and Finish. The foundation focuses on 4 main initiatives: colon cancer research, mental health and suicide prevention, bridging the gap between law enforcement and the youth, and assisting people in facing life-challenging hardships, right? So he does a ton of work for this community, and he doesn't get enough credit for it. So in conclusion, right, we've talked about his professional achievements on the football field. We've talked about his personal resilience and losing many of his family members, and we've talked about his community involvement along with the many communities, right? So next offseason, when Dak's getting all the hate and the Cowboys are projected to do nothing like always, remember the amazing things he does on and off the field to be a leader and a giver in his community. Thank you.